It's the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. Thank you so much for being here. Today's video, I found this very interesting. I found this very cool that he would do this, but Andy Griffith went home to brush up on his accent whenever he got the chance. I think this is really super cool, guys, so let's check it out. The Andy Griffith Show had a distinctive hometown feeling that many viewers longed for. Most people would have no problem packing their bags and moving to Mayberry in an instant if it meant being best friends with Barney Fife or work alongside Andy Taylor. Citizens of Mayberry were created to feel like real country folk who many could easily relate to. For Andy Griffith, who played the role of Andy Taylor, being from Mayberry wasn't all that different from his real hometown in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Griffith had a certain way of speaking during his time on the series. His southern drawl was folksy, warm, and melodic, with just the right amount of twang. His accent puzzled many critics, but the fans fell in love with it. In '60, interview with the San Francisco Examiner, Griffith said keeping his accent while living and working in Hollywood is important to him. Well, lost my place there, folks. Working in Hollywood is important to him. He wanted to stay close to those country roots. Every so often, I take my wife Barbara and the youngsters back home to our farm in Manteo, North Carolina, and just refresh myself. Yep, that's what I do. I love going down home because everyone there is kin to one another in my area. Everyone is just wonderful to us. They act as though I'd never been away. Whenever Andy found himself back in Mount Airy, he and his family would sing in the church choir, go hunting, fishing, relaxing. No matter what was happening in his acting career in his hometown, his only responsibility was being Andy. According to the interview, during his refresher periods in the hometown, Griffith would brush up on his southern drawl, mannerisms, and country comments. Mayberry and Mount Airy were two very similar places. Andy Taylor, that's my name in the series, is closer to me than my skin, Griffith said. Griffith said the Andy Griffith Show wasn't a hillbilly show, rather a show for everyone and anyone to enjoy. He added, just because we live in small towns, that does not make us hillbillies. Alive, alert people live in the small southern mountain towns, Griffith said. It's been traditionally hard for people who live in the mountains to make a living. Out of this comes a great deal of wisdom and humor. They work hard, play hard, and laugh hard. As a producer of the series, Griffith took part in story conferences and offered suggestions on mountain country slang and expressions that would keep the show sincere and true. Like when we got our new housekeeper in the show, and the writers called her Auntie B, Griffith said. It's almost made me sick. Told him at the first rehearsal, no one's calling Auntie anything. It's Aunt. So they changed it right there. Things like that you wouldn't know unless you lived down there. Down there, of course, was Mount Airy. The southern roots played such a large part in the character on the series. And like his character, Andy Griffith knew how to charm an entire country. I found this to be very cool. This is probably not going to be a huge it's probably not going to use grab. Well, I can't talk. It might help. This probably is not going to grab a lot of viewers, just because the title doesn't have a grab me title. But I find this one of the best ones I come across. I just think it's really neat. You're not only getting that he went home to do that, but you're also getting his backstory and how much he loved where he was from. I think that's beautiful. I think that's great. Anyway, please don't forget about classic TV facts and trivia. If you didn't know, you will now. Back in the 60s, when Adam West was playing Batman, we almost had a movie, Batman versus Godzilla. True. As rock and country music facts and trivia is on Cheap Trick. If you don't mind, say some prayers for me, as today is Ash Wednesday when I'm doing this, when I'm recording this, and for Lent, I have given up my Pepsi Zero. 40 days without my Pepsi Zero, and that's going to be, I've got a very addictive personality, and I love my Pepsi Zero, so, and a low-carb diet, too, so help me out, folks. Anyway, I'm kidding, but I'm really not. I'll take your prayer. Have a great day, guys. God bless. As always, I'm praying for you.